Tyson just lit up Jake Paul, and not with words. No, Tyson straight up slapped the kid so hard, Jake's probably wondering if his jaw will ever function the same again. Honestly, he had it coming. Did Jake forget who he was messing with? Tyson's temper is the stuff of legends. The man once lost it over someone brushing past him, and Jake stepped on the man's foot. Stepped. It's like he was asking to be launched into orbit, right before their main event too. Bold move, or just plain—
The stage is set. Our main event tomorrow night.
Jake's reaction. You couldn't script it. He looked like he just broke out of a padded cell. Wide-eyed, babbling nonsense, like his brain checked out and left a cartoon character in its place. Total meltdown. It was the kind of moment that turns fighters into memes, not legends. Now the tension is off the charts. Fans are on edge, waiting for a war, and Jake. He pulls the most Jake Paul move possible. Of course he does. In true chaotic, zero-awareness fashion, he fumbles the moment by trampling on Tyson's foot. The one job: stand tall, look tough, and keep your feet far away from Iron Mike's, and he blows it. It's almost impressive how creatively this guy finds ways to lose, even before the bell rings. Jake Paul, brushing it off like he didn't just get his soul smacked out of orbit, says, "I didn't even feel it." He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson? Cute slap, buddy. But tomorrow, you're getting knocked the hell out. Yeah, he really said that.
I'm f***ing him up, Ariel. I'm f***ing him up. He hits like a It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
Tyson, whose patience for nonsense is famously microscopic, snaps. And when I say snaps, I mean he unleashes a slap so brutal, so loaded with generational fury, Jake's ancestors probably felt the echo. This wasn't just a slap. This was karma in its purest form, divine justice, broadcast to the entire planet. The slap heard around the world. Security dives in, chaos erupts, bodies flying to hold Tyson back before he turns Jake Paul into a cautionary tale. And right then, just when you think the madness might settle, it takes a sharp left turn into full-blown circus mode. Jake, instead of reading the room, realizing he's in way over his bleached blonde head, drops into a yoga pose. Yoga, in front of Mike Tyson. Are we still at a weigh-in, or did we accidentally wander into an audition for Zen Clowns, the off-Broadway disaster? Jake's brilliant idea to diffuse Tyson's rage, turn himself into a contorted mess that screams, "I have no idea what I'm doing." He looks like a reality TV character too delusional to realize he is the punchline. But of course, he doesn't stop there. Jake, never one to let common sense stop his mouth, stares down the Mike Tyson, the man who once bit a chunk out of another fighter's ear, and calls him an angry little elf. Yes, really. Jake standing in front of a walking, breathing wrecking ball with a bite force stronger than some apex predators, and he's tossing out insults that belong on a kindergarten playground. It's like he truly believes his trash talk is part of some grand superhero arc. Spoiler alert, it's not. It just makes him sound like an attention-starved kid who still thinks he's the chosen one. Then, as if reality wasn't already breaking, Jake grabs the mic and delivers his pièce de résistance, a full-blown villain monologue. But instead of cool and calculated, it comes off like a B-movie meltdown. He must die. Jake bellows, looking like a rejected action figure from a bargain bin franchise. You almost expect a dramatic villain laugh track to roll in. But no, just awkward silence and a crowd caught between confusion and secondhand embarrassment. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson does the most gangster thing possible. He walks away. No words, no drama, just cold, hard purpose. Because Tyson isn't here for the sideshow. He's not here to dance with clowns or trade barbs with wannabe influencers. He's here to fight. And when you've got real power, you don't need to talk. You just show up and shut it down.
As the talk is over, you just felt his power. What did that feel like, and why did he do that to you?
I didn't even feel it. He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the
Jake Paul's antics? Like a toddler throwing a tantrum in a grocery store. Loud, cringeworthy, and completely ineffective. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson? He's seen it all, done it all, and knows better than to be rattled by a YouTuber turned boxer playing tough. No amount of Jake's loudmouth bravado can change one simple truth. In the ring, experience eats hype for breakfast. The atmosphere at the weigh-in was electric, tension so thick the crowd was practically vibrating. Tyson and Paul stood just feet apart, eye to eye, ready to sell the most bizarre and hyped boxing showdown in recent memory. Then it happened. Jake Paul, in a moment of peak cluelessness, stepped on Mike Tyson's foot. Now, let's get this straight. Tyson doesn't just dislike feet, he despises them. Back in 2019, in a raw BQ Sports interview, Tyson flat out said feet are his kryptonite. He joked that if someone stepped on his foot in the UFC, he'd tap out instantly. Feet freak him out. It's primal. So of course, Jake Paul, parading around like he did zero research.
Knocking Mike out, Mike. I know you think you're gonna win this fight, but be prepared. I'm knocking him out in the 4th or 5th round. That is how it
Stomps right on Tyson's ultimate trigger. It's like he walked into a minefield blindfolded and acted shocked when things exploded. The ignorance, masterful. The timing, disastrous. It wasn't just a rookie mistake, it was a masterpiece in how to poke the wrong bear. And Tyson? Oh, he snapped. After decades of provocations, of holding back, this was the final straw. He unleashed a slap so thunderous, Jake probably saw every bad decision he's ever made flash before his eyes. Security erupted onto the stage. Chaos, bodies flying, trying to stop Tyson before he turned the weigh-in into a demolition site. But the legend didn't scream. He didn't rant. He didn't waste his breath. Tyson leaned in and said just 3 words, "Talking's over," because that's who Mike Tyson is. A man who lets his fists finish the conversations that words never could.
The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there?
We're done.
All right, that's it. That's it for Mike.
And Jake tried to play it cool, pretend he didn't feel the slap. Please. The man was scrambling harder than an egg on a frying pan, flailing for any shred of dignity he could salvage. But at that point, it was too late. The storm had already arrived, and its name was Mike Tyson. Watching Jake Paul try to act unfazed after Tyson's slap, comedy gold, pure, unfiltered delusion. The crowd wasn't buying it, and neither was anyone with half a brain. That wasn't just a slap, that was a reality check. A brutal wake-up call for a guy who's been treating this fight like it's another episode of his YouTube show. Jake's ego, that inflated balloon he carries around like a trophy, took a direct hit. But instead of letting the moment humble him, what does he do? Exactly what he always does, runs his mouth. Let's make one thing clear, you don't poke a bear, or in this case, a lion, and expect a fairy tale ending. Tyson doesn't play games. He's been through real wars in the ring, against fighters who trained their whole lives to throw down, not one-abes with ring lights and merch drops. Jake's desperate attempts to turn this into a reality TV circus only made one thing clearer. Tyson is the real deal and Jake, he's the punchline. The crowd felt it. Tyson felt it. And deep down, though he'll never say it, Jake Paul felt it too. The arena was electric. The tension snapping like live wire. This wasn't about hype anymore. It was about legacy, and Tyson delivered. Every second built toward the inevitable. A man from the golden age of boxing stepping in to put a loudmouth back in his place.
accomplished all of my dreams and goals by just working hard and believing in myself, and that they can too.
So then you want people to like be like, I need to believe in myself.
Exactly.
That's a good message.
And manifest things into reality.
Kind of on the same time as you.
Oh, well, not taking it too serious.
Not like taking things too serious.
Yeah.
That's a good message.
Add a little fun in everything.
I feel like you're really good at that. Not taking things too serious.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you a serious guy in your everyday life?
No, I like to be like a fun person. Try to be a fun person.
Something I've noticed you're really good at is like confronting the uncomfortable. And like you do that in stand-up, you do that in your videos where you're going out in public and having these kind of awkward interactions with people. Has that become kind of second nature to you, or do you still get nervous to make
This fight, it's not just about fists, it's about respect. And Tyson's not here for jokes, pranks, or viral stunts. He's here to remind the world, and Jake Paul, that the ring isn't a playground. It's a battlefield, and on battlefields, disrespect has a price, paid in pain. Now we wait. The world is holding its breath. Will Tyson's fists deliver the final blow to Jake's delusions? The stakes have never been higher. On one side, decades of true grit, discipline, and combat. On the other, a bloated resume of stunts and self-importance. This is a clash of worlds. And soon, Jake Paul is going to find out, in Tyson's world, actions have consequences, and they hurt. While Jake's busy fumbling to reclaim whatever twisted version of dignity he thinks he has left, Tyson? He's already mentally moved on, because for Mike Tyson, this isn't a spectacle, and that's the real punchline.
I have the worst feet in the world, right? And if somebody stepped on my feet, I would totally tap out. I would just give up.